What an incredible location for this village. This is amazing. This is a fairly large village, and it's situated at the entrance of this valley here. And there's so many special things about this place. This is going to be great. Now, this is in the Elven country. So if we look at the location here, we are just south of the capital city there. We have this village over here, which is going to be garden, lots and lots of gardens. That's the garden village. We've got another village down here. And this area here is very well protected. We got these massive hills and an entrance over there, which actually has a great big hole in the ground. So we have something very special here. And what I think we need to do here is this area needs to be a very well-used area. So first of all, we've got the center of the village right around in here. So if we take a look, that's the central square here. Coming right down here. Of course, we're going to start off by rebuilding this little area. Got a well. And I would say that this is going to be surrounded by, of course, businesses. Because that's what you do in a village square, right? All right. So we're going to have a main road going off in this direction. That's a little bit of an odd spot there. But what I would like to do is have a bit of a gate. I want a separation. So we're going to have main gates here. So let's do something like this. Break that. Get that out of the way here. And we have a road right in there. So let's do this. This is a gate going into that special area here. So we have a road going this way. So we will have a wall going all the way across. Now, this wall is going to go to something quite special itself. So going way, way up. We have something up here. It's a massive entrance to a cave. So we're going to have this wall. I'm not going to do the whole thing here because it'll take a little bit of time. We're going to have a great big tower here. So big tower. Okay. I'll figure out what to do with the walls going along here. I think what we need is some sort of wall system that'll protect the village from anything coming out of the caves. So I think what we'll probably end up having is a bit of a wall going along here, you know. Something low, and I'm thinking it's going to end up being like a palisades wall. Possibly. But this is such a grand village. This is one of our bigger villages, and we need to do something special with it, right? Okay, so down here, I think we'll probably put in a gate. So let's place this right around here. Sorry about those ferns. We got a tree in the way. So this is going to be for a road that goes off in that direction. And we're going to keep doing this road out to here. I think that will work very nicely. Plus having the water here, that's great. I like that. So that's going to be the extent of the wall going that way. And then on this, in this direction. So let's go down here like this. We're going to have another wall going off in this direction. Again, I'm not going to do the whole thing. Just mark off little bits here and there. And it's going to go up this hill pretty high until we reach a tree in the way. And what we're going to have is another big tower. So it's a village of two towers looking across at each other. And they're both going to have an incredible view of the village and this area. And we will, of course, have a natural kind of barrier here. And I think what we need to do is use this as part of a wall. So again, we're doing wall along here. So let's go over here. Now I want to figure out exactly how to do this wall to make it look at least somewhat natural. And I want it to kind of reflect the nature of the elves. All right, so this passageway down here, so let's do our entrance here. So we'll have a gate kind of like here and way up here and over here. Let's do that. Let's just leave that there. Okay, so we've got our gate, and this is the road that goes that way. Road west. And again, we're going to have this as part of our wall. And we're going to go all the way out this way. So let's just place this here. This is a bit more complicated of a village to deal with because of its size. I'm coming out here. And of course, we're going to have a tower right here. And we're going to have a tower over here where I ended this, wherever that is, right here. So we'll do this right here. All right, so with the walls figured out, let's figure out what else goes in here. So over here we have a bit of an inlet, which is okay. But I feel like this spot here may be a good spot to place like fisheries, possibly. So let's put this here, like fishery and docks. Very complicated area. Need to figure out everything here. This is a very shallow area, so that's not very good for docks. This whole area would have to be developed into something, and I'm thinking over here, this is going to be a massive market. This is kind of at the crossroads. So we've got a road that goes off in that direction, and we'll also have one going that way to the city or the capital, and one going off in that direction to another village that's over there. So we'll have housing all over the place. So let's say, well, we've got an armorer here. It's interesting spots all over the place. So we will have housing pretty much everywhere. I think that goes to say we've got farming, a little bit of farming. But what I would like to do out in this direction, I think on just the outskirts of the village, we're going to do some farming. Probably some kind of orchards, right? But this whole area is going to be like a university. So let's place this on top of a tree so it's more visible. University of Natural Sciences. I'm not sure if I'd call it that, but considering what the elves deal with all the time, they deal with nature, right? And this is a very well protected area. We've got these caves, and I think we'd need to build things in strategic locations so that it actually protects them. We've got this big cave here too, and this bit of water, which is very interesting. I am really curious about what you think should go in this village, because not just in this village, but in the university area. What kinds of departments would they have? Obviously, there'd be something like agricultural. There'd be something about the trees themselves, something about animals. Would there be anything about the dangerous mobs? Quite possibly. And then we've got these caves going down, which is also very interesting. I am really curious about that. This is going to be a fun village to do. I am really looking forward to this one. Plus it being elves, right? So, what do you think? Let me know what kinds of things you would like to see in this village and the university or academy or whatever we call it. This is not a magical one, but it is dealing with life. That, I think, is important. So, let me know what you think in the comments below, how you would add to this village. If you like videos like this and would like to see some more, then please consider subscribing to this channel as well as my main one. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.